recording. Few things about share to be set up for me here, and then we go get going. And if one of you can let me know that you can see my screen where I'm showing you the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Just confirm how good the lag is today. Okay. Share the screen, share the screen. And you see it there now. Okay, I need to take care of a few more things here. And let's see. All right, good. We are good. Okay, so we'll start with the prayers, and then before that, need to switch this off here. Okay, so let's get going with. Sitapa, are you saying something?
No, Mataji.
Okay. Om Jnanakandasya Jnananjan Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Text 1. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjay, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? Sanjaya said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in military formation by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhan went to his teacher and spoke the following words. Varshana Mataji?
Yes. Mataji, a little down.
Verse number 4?
Yes.
3.
3.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupad. Here in the army are many heroic bowmen equal in fighting to Bhim and Arjuna, and fighters like Yuyudhan, Virata, and Drupad. Hare Krishna.
There are also great, heroic, powerful fighters like Drishtaketu, Chekitana, Kashiraj, Purujit, Kunti Bhoj, and Sabya. They are the mighty Yudhamanyu, the very powerful Uttamoja, the son of Subhadra, and the sons of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters.
Let me scroll up a little bit here. Sutapa Mataji. Khyati Sutapi, who came first?
I think Kathy Mataji.
Okay, go ahead. Khyati Mataji, go.
There are mighty...
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to adjust, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. There are mighty Yudhamanyu, the very powerful Uttamoja, the son of Subhadra, and the sons of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters. But for your information, O best of the Brahmanas, let me tell you about the captain who are especially qualified to lead my military force.
There are personalities like you, Bhishma, Karna, Kripa, Ashwathama, Vikarna, and the sons of Somadatta called Bhurisrava, who are always victorious in battle. There are many other heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. All of them are well equipped with different kinds of weapons and all are experienced in military science.
Sutapa.
Our strength is immeasurable and we are perfectly protected by the grandfather Bhishma, whereas the strength of Pandavas carefully protected by Bhima is limited. All of you must now give full support to grandfather Bhishma as you stand at your respective strategic points of entrance into the phalanx of the army.
Then Bhishma, the great valiant grandsire of the Kuru dynasty, the grandfather of the fighters, blew his conch shell very loudly, making a sound like the roar of a lion, giving Duryodhan joy. After that, the conch shells, drums, bugles, trumpets, and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous.
On the other side, both Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on the great chariot drawn, yes, Madhu.
Continue, please read. Yeah.
Yes, stationed on the great chariot drawn by white horses, sounded their transcendental conch shells. Text 15. Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called Panchjanya. Arjuna blew his, the Devadatta, and Bhishma, the ferocious eater and performer of Herculean task, blew his terrific conch shell called Pandura.
And now, again from India, Priya Gopika Mataji, go ahead.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yudhishthir, the son of Kunti, blew his conch shell, the Ananta Vijaya, and Nakula and Sahadev blew the Sughosha and Mani Pushpaka. The great archer, the king of Kashi, the great fighter Shikhandi, Dishtadumna, Virat, the unconquerable Satyaki, Drupad, the son of Draupadi, and the others. O kings, such as the mighty armed son of Subhadra, all blew their respective conch shells. The blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Rashtra. There is Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
At that time, Arjun, Hare Bol. Text 20. At that time, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in military array, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words.
Okay, just give me a second. I need to scroll because my console is hiding this from me. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Text 21-22. Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw me chariot between the two armies so that I may see those parent here and who desire to fight, and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Okay, so it's back to me, is it?
It should be me because after
Varshana. Varshana. Yeah, lost track. Yeah, Preeti, please.
No worries. Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. Sanjay said, O descendant of Bharata, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, the Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of the armies of both parties.
It's very beautiful.
In the presence of Bhishma, Drona, and all the other chieftains of the world, the Lord said, just behold Partha, all the Kurus assembled here. There Arjuna could see within the midst of the army, both armies of both the parties, his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-law and well-wishers.
When the son of Kunti, Arjuna saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus.
Okay,
Arjuna said, My dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up.
Okay, let me scroll up. All right. Priya, go now.
Text
29.
My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow, Gandiva, is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning. I'm now unable to stand here any longer. I'm forgetting myself, and my mind is reeling. I see only causes of misfortune. O Krishna, killer of the Keshi demon.
I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. O Govinda, of what avail to us are a kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arid on this battlefield? In Madhusudan, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncles, fathers-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before me. Why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for the three worlds. Let alone this earth. What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? Hare Krishna.
Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune, and how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? O Janardana, although these men, their hearts overtaken by greed, see no fault in killing one's family or quarreling with friends, why should we, who can see the crime in destroying a family, engage in these acts of sin?
It's so funny that I don't see Sutapa Mataji on my dashboard. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
But I am here, Mataji.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, we can see you.
But I want to see you. Okay. So it'll be 37, 38 for me. Oh, or 39?
No, Mataji, 39, 40.
39? Yeah, okay. Because I was busy trying to find where you are.
Yeah.
With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. When irreligion is prominent in the family, O Krishna, the women of the family become polluted. And from the degradation of womanhood, O descendant of Vrishni, comes unwanted progeny.
Hare Krishna, text 41. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes a hellish life both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performances of offering them food and water are entirely stopped. By the evil deeds of those who destroy the family tradition and thus give rise to unwanted children, all kinds of community project and family welfare activities are demonstrated. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, are devastated.
Are devastated.
Devastated, right? Okay, then Preeti Radhika.
O Krishna, maintainer of the people, I have heard by disciplic succession that those whose family traditions are destroyed dwell always in hell. Alas, how strange it is that we are preparing to commit greatly sinful acts driven by the desire to enjoy royal happiness. We are intent on killing our own kinsmen.
Better for me if the sons of Dhritarashtra, weapon in hand, were to kill me unarmed and unresisting on the battlefield. Sanjaya said, Arjuna, having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief.
Yay! So we finished one chapter of Bhagavad Gita, reading it together, and we will now go deep down. I am looking at Priya Gopika, and I see fans are running there in India. I can't believe it. Wow. Okay. So we had finished chapter 5 verse 5 yesterday, and we had started to read 6, and then we just read 6 and we stopped, right? Is that right understanding?
Yes, we have to read 6.
Okay, good. So whose turn is it to read?
Neeral Prabhu, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta Uttamaujaschya Viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeshyascha Sarva Eva Maharatha.
Oh, we read this.
Yeah, we read it. But that's fine.
Yeah,
We can discuss it. Yeah. You had read it actually.
Yadhamannu, the very powerful Uttamaja, the son of Shubhadra and the sons of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters.
Okay, I think we missed. Go ahead, Priya Gopika. Yeah. Okay, now I see Satapamati ji there. Okay. Priya Gopika, give me the synonyms.
Synonyms for text 7, right?
No, for 6 only.
Okay. Yudhamanyu, Cha, and Vikranta, mighty, Uttamoja, Cha, and Viryavan, very powerful, Subhadra, the son of Subhadra, Draupadiya, the son of Draupadi, Cha, and Sarve, all, Eva, certainly, Maharatha, great chariot warriors.
There are the mighty Yudhamanyu, the powerful Uttamaja, the son of Subhadra and the son of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters.
Okay, so let's see. Let's take some reflections. What can we reflect?
Again, Duryodhan is assessing furthermore that on the opposition army, there are these great fighters. So he's just assessing more.
Yeah, one thing I really like is Duryodhana even counting the son of Subhadra and sons of Draupadi also are the great chariot fighters. So he knows that Pandavas are great fighters, but their sons are also great fighters.
Also great fighters.
Which is really nice for Duryodhana to do that.
Yes, and very good observation, because whatever Duryodhan is doing, I mean, there was some goodness in Duryodhan also. I mean,
Yeah.
from, whatever we do a lot of Duryodhan bashing, but from our day-to-day life perspective, and even from a king's perspective, as a king, he was not a bad king when he was ruling. From the pure, he was lacking but the problem is that he was lacking the biggest thing, the spiritual assets, right?
Yeah.
That's why everything goes against him. So yes, so something that very nice that you observed is that he's counting, and he's counting his enemies. So even if it's a laghu, even if it's a small enemy, small thing, small little bad habit that you're doing in your lives, those are the Abhimanyus, not exactly the Abhimanyus. Abhimanyus is not bad, but what I'm just trying, you see what I mean, right? That even if you just try to make sure that even the smallest of the enemy or smallest of the thing that will take you away from devotional service, you have to reckon that. You have to make sure that, yeah. What else? So who is a Maharathi?
Great chariot fighters.
Yeah. So about a Maharathi is said that he is able to fight 1,000 people. That's what Prabhupada says, in various places. So he can fight with people who are in 1,000 raths. To fight on the ground is more, like you're more exposed than if you are on a chariot, because then you are protected by so many things. And you're in a chariot, you can run away as fast as the horses will take you, right? But if you're on the ground, how fast can you run if somebody's coming after you? So Maharati is one who can fight with 1,000 other chariots. So it's not an easy thing. It's it's huge. Just try to imagine 1,000 chariots, and they can come and attack you from any side. So they are Maharati, right? And who does it? They're all great. All of them, he's calling them as Maharati. And how old was Abhimanyu?
16.
He's 16, yeah, and he's already a Maharati, like that. So yes, he's taking care. He is, he's reckoning. He is looking. He's alert, right? Yeah. So they are also called Atiratha. They also called, Atiratha. And I was kind of just thinking that at 16 he was already married and he was going to be a father, right? So yeah. and continuing on with Khyati Mataji's observation, and that is that Duryodhan is reckoning, Duryodhan is counting, Duryodhan is considering them to be Maharathis. But then if you look at from Abhimanyu's perspective also, that he's only a 16-year-old boy and he's gone to the war. He's fighting in the big world war. So he has got that Kshatriya spirit in him, like, yes, we have to go. I have to go and fight, right? And like we, I'd said yesterday, and again I have to say that again and again, is that Duryodhana is shrewd. He's intelligent. He's looking at his armies, and so we also have to use our spiritual intelligence to find out who to see and observe and fight against the enemies that we are, right? Because Duryodhana wants victory. Both the sides wanted victory, right? You want victory over Maya. Maya wants victory over you. So your intelligence will be to you calculate the powers of Maya. How do you calculate the power of Maya? You have to read. What will you read, right? You will read about people who overcome Maya and people who fell to Maya. From there, you will find out, make your strategy, or then how are you going to become, become victorious, right? So there are and this fighting a Mahabharat, I mean, it's not a simple thing, right? When everybody in the world has assembled at Kurukshetra, I don't know how, but they are fighting. I mean, so many thousands of them are there, right? And so they are all fighting. They have come there to fight. I mean, you are Duryodhan, so you are the king, of course. So fight is being held on your behalf, be conducting on your behalf. Of course, there's Bhishma Dev, who's commander in chief, and things like that. But then you have to think about other aspects also of the war. Is somebody taking care of all the equipment, all the weapons? Who's taking care of the food for all these armies? Who's cooking them, and things like that. So that also comes as part of the management. So when you are in devotional service and you are looking at how do I perform this, so many other aspects to that as well, right? So this is intelligence. This is intelligence, and you will see that. You will see that in the subsequent verses that are coming up as well. That how deep he is going. He's going pretty deep, right? And then also we can see, and we know the end result of Mahabharata. We know that they were all killed. The Kauravas were also killed. So if you stay on the side of Krishna, then one day will come that all these bad things and all these enemies will get killed. And we've talked about Saturday about anartha nivritti. Your bad habits are also like the Kauravas attacking your devotional service. And they will get killed. All that you need to do is, be determined in your devotional service. Nishtha, right? We talked about Nishtha. So be determined in your devotional service, and then Krishna will be on your side. Krishna will do that for you. He'll give you the intelligence by which you come to me. Right? Tesham evanukam partham aham ajnana tama nashasham atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhashata. So whatever ignorance that is left in us, Krishna will, is there in us. Krishna will help you from within and to destroy all those points that are there, right? Okay, any other points that you have? Any other things that come to mind? So yeah. And so one of the things also which we can look at from this particular words, and not this particular words, I would say from this chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes we might undermine this chapter, right? And say that what is there in this chapter? I mean, they're just talking about Mahabharata. Okay, this is a beginning. I want the Gyan, I want the Karma Yoga, give me the Bhakti Yoga aspects, and all that Sankhya Yoga. I want all that. So let's skip chapter 1. But chapter 1 holds a lot of things for us, because whatever we are an embodied being. And we had talked about on Friday in the Friday's class, what is a conditioned being, right? So we are conditioned. So we are here. And so we have to figure it out, how to pursue our devotional service while we are surrounded by this fierce material energy, and then opposed by a mind which has got, as it mentions in Bhagavatam, has got fierce godlike powers. It's almost like God, and captures us. But then we read that there are 9 stages of the devotional service that you go through, and starting with Shraddha, then you do Sadhu Sangha, then you do Bhajana Kriya, then you come to Nishtha, right? Like that. So this mind, which Bhagavad Gita will tell you in the upcoming chapters, the mind is your enemy. But then does it remain your enemy always?
No, it can be your best
No.
friend too.
It becomes your best friend. So where do you think in the 9 stages of devotional service that we talked about that the mind becomes your best friend?
After Anartha Nivriti.
Yes, after Natha Nivriti, when you come to Nishtha.
Mhm.
Nishtha is that I have got determination. So who is the one who actually opposes your determination? People were always determined from the beginning. Who thwarts your determination?
It's
Your
this
mind.
is your negative behavior.
Yes, in your mind. From where does that negative behavior come? The mind
Right.
plants those ideas.
Maya.
Yeah. Yes, Maya is aiding from outside, right? So our biggest enemy is our own mind. And your mind will become your friend at the stage of Nishtha in devotional service. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to that recording, you should listen to it. It's up on Facebook from Saturday evening, my time. So one of the things that we have to notice here is that in this war of Mahabharata, we have always talked about devotees and then the non-devotees, and the non-devotees are the ones who fight. But here we also see that Arjuna, who's a devotee of the Lord, Arjuna will fight. So Vaishnavas will also do, if the need arises. Krishna wanted him to fight, so Arjun went and fight. So if the Vaishnavas, if it's required by a Vaishnava will fight. It's not that they just sit down and chant Hare Krishna, and they are docile, and because you didn't want to fight and you were such a sissy, and so you took the easy way out. Actually, this is not the easy way out. Is it the easy way out? Doing devotional service?
Not at all.
Right? It's not, right? It's simple, but it's not easy. So we have to keep this in mind, right? So so our fight, our biggest fighting spirit has to be against the demons which are there in our lives, right? So Vaishnavism does not mean that we are cowards, right? Vaishnava means just not being coward, We just don't get swayed by Maya in that respect. So it's 7 o'clock. What do you want to do?
Read further.
Read further? Okay.
Oh, that's just me.
It's just you? Okay. How about others?
Others can say.
You have office to go.
No.
I'm just checking.
No, Mataji, I'm here too.
Kathy Mataji, are you good?
Mataji, you can read until 7:15.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah, I'll go.
You have to leave? Yeah, totally understandable because it's Monday. Yeah. Okay, so then we won't go beyond 7:15, and then we are broadcasting it, so you can catch up. Neera Prabhu or Kathy can brief me. Yeah, that'll be a good test for you, Kathy, to brief Neera. You have to be alert now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, Neera Prabhu, for joining us today. Hare Krishna. Okay, so let's go. Let's get going to the next verse, which is, and whose turn is it to read?
Mataji, you.
Is it me? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. Asmakam tu vishishtaye tani bodha dujottama nayaka mama sanyasya samgyartam tam brahmimite. Okay. Synonyms. Varshanam. Did we lose Varshana Mataji?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not able to see her. Okay.
No, she's here. I see her.
She's here.
See,
Yeah.
she doesn't show up on my console. This is crazy.
she's here.
Okay, well, Varshana Mataji, please. I'm glad I called out your name. Please go ahead and give us the synonyms. Yeah, there's something is really wrong.
No, on my phone it shows that she left the meeting.
No, I see her. Varshana Mataji, yeah, unmute yourself. Unmute. No, she lost the voice connection actually.
Yeah, we can't hear her.
Yeah. Varshana Mataji, we can't hear you. Can you join the audio? Cannot hear you. Okay, let's, in the interest of time, we'll skip over. When she gets connected, then we'll have chance then. Okay, next.
Asmakam are two, but Visishtaha, especially powerful. Ye, who, tan, them, nibodha, just take note of, be informed. Dvija Uttama, O best of the Brahmanas, Nayaka, captains, Mama, my, Sanyasya, of the soldiers, Samgyana Artham, for information, Tan them, Bravimi, I am speaking, they, to you.
Tan. Tan means them. Tan.
Tan,
Yeah.
okay.
What will tan mean?
Oh, body.
Tan
Sorry.
means the body. Okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead next.
But for your information, O best of the Bharatas, let me tell you about the captains who are especially qualified to lead my military force.
Okay.
Best of the Brahmanas.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. What was the comment there?
No, Mataji, nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
No.
Okay, comments. Realizations.
So he assessed theirs, and now he's saying that even like my army is qualified, have so many qualified um, captains that he will list in the subsequent verse.
Mm-hmm.
He can also lead the military.
Can you
Oh, good. Vaishana Mataji's back. Yeah.
So he was Duryodhan was so blind. Oh, are you done, Khati Mataji? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So Duryodhan was so blinded by envy. Like even as a child, when I watched Mahabharat with my dad or whatever, then I always thought that, you know, how people who are even on the wrong side have hope that, you know, I'm going to be victorious, because he was looking at the material strength that, oh, Bhishma is there who cannot be killed unless he wants to be killed. Same with Dronacharya. So he was blinded by his envy, and he had full hope that he's going to win.
Yes, Mataji, means like he's gaining the confidence on within him so that he can also win.
Yeah.
I think that is very similar to the quality of demonic things that is described in Bhagavad Gita, right? That I am very powerful. There is no one as powerful as me. So I think he's displaying
The demonic qualities. Yes, very good observation.
Mataji, I have little different opinion about this. That he is just consoling himself that I'm also I can fight. I have got so much of strength with me. I've got so many people, but actually he is in fear that Arjuna and Bhima, it will be difficult for me to face them.
Very good. And so is he just saying it like that? Is he just saying it like that?
He's just consoling himself, Mataji. He's just giving the strength to himself.
Yeah. Is he just consoling himself?
I feel so.
Think a little deeper. Who is he? He's the king.
He's the king.
Where is he talking? Is he talking in his
Bhishma.
private chambers?
To Bhishma and all the other chieftains.
Where?
In the
In
battlefield.
In the battle of Kurukshetra?
In the middle of the battlefield, right?
Yes.
So he is, yes, no doubt, very rightly pointed out, he is afraid. He is afraid of that. He's afraid, like we saw that, we read that, right, in the earlier verses. He's afraid of he's seeing, right, there is Bhima and then Maharathis are there. We just read that, right? So he's that fear has come in his heart. And so he's a king. The king is a leader. And the leader's job is to encourage everybody. So remember, he's talking on the battlefield. And whatever he's talking, everybody can hear. At least most of them can hear. Those who are around him, he's not consulting in the private chambers with, his teacher. He's talking in the midst of the army. And so he has to make sure that the army does not lose their morale, right? An army that loses the morale, will it win?
No.
You're
right? So
No.
similarly, so we have to, so he is speaking that. He's speaking that so that those his people around him can also hear that, look, this is, and as you pointed out, as the others pointed out, that he's pointing out the powers that he has, and he had powers. It's not that the others were not powerful. They were powerful. They didn't have Krishna on their side, so it was all zeros like that. So yes, he's gone to his teacher, but he's speaking it like that. Now, um, also,
Chaitanya was
Chaitanya was saying something. Go ahead.
Oh, her question. Sorry, I thought you had completed.
Okay.
So, Chaitanya's question was, "Oh, best of the Brahmanas, who is he addressing?
Yes.
Is it
Yes, yes,
is
yes.
it
Good observation.
Dronacharya?
Yes. Who?
Dronacharya? Because
Dronacharya,
he was so
exactly. Yes, right. And then so you understand a lot about Duryodhan's character from, a man. When you speak, a lot is known about you when you speak. And that's why Vaisheshika Prabhu was also talking about yesterday's class. It was a fantastic class. He was talking about that you are known by the vibrations that surround you. It was a very deep statement he made, You are known by the vibrations that surround you. What
Wow.
vibrations surround you?
Mm. Very true.
Yeah, but give me some
number
examples
of
of
persons.
vibrations that surround you. What does that mean? It was very deep.
I think
Like Mataji, these days, this coronavirus thing has come up so much comes on the media that it is, you won't believe today, I left the many of the groups where this thing was coming, because it demorals you totally.
Very good. Right? I
These,
wanted to, yes, very good for bringing that point up, because you're also, your vibrations can come through WhatsApp.
yes,
Yes.
Corona changed the
Mataji,
vibration.
sometimes what's happening, like when we are reading or listening the bhajans and everything, books and the lectures and everything, then it's like we are feeling so happy. But when we are going to the mundane world and talking to some other people, and then are bringing up how many people are dying, what will be the future, what we are going to lose or gain, that time we are feeling unhappy. So I'm feeling that the vibrations means what we are getting from the spiritual world, that is a protection, or we are feeling happy, and then that vibration is making us unhappy. So it's surrounding, so that's mean that the vibration surrounded you, that will depend whether you'll be happy or unhappy.
Yes, that's very good. What are the other types of vibrations that can surround you?
I think
The
our own
music.
thinking, right? That is also
yeah,
vibrations which is with us constantly. So we create thoughts based on the
correct.
situation.
Yeah.
If we are in association of the devotees, we create that type of a thought. When we are reading something on media, we create other kind of thoughts, right? So it is
Yes,
important
Yes.
what kind of thoughts we create and be cognizant of what we are creating, right? Because ultimately the thoughts are our creation.
I
So,
agree with you, Khyati Mataji.
so
Varshana,
that's
what did you
where,
say? Varshana Mataji, what did you say?
I said I agree with
You
Khyati
agree. Oh,
Mataji.
you agree with her. Okay, good.
yeah. So
Good.
even I realize, and this is what Shraddha Mataji had taught me once when I started with my job 5 years ago, and there were many people in my surrounding. They were using not nice word, and every time they use certain words, I used to get disturbed. And she had told me, whenever they say something, you create a thought which has Hare Krishna in it. And I started practicing that, and that surrounding just diluted it down when they realized that, I don't know how they realized, but it just went away. So now I'm trying to apply that whenever I see, because we can try to eliminate the information that is coming to us, but inevitably that is not possible. So whatever comes to us, if we link that to Krishna and send that vibrations, that Krishna will protect everyone, even though there is a fear. I mean, we don't have to think about the fear, but Krishna is protecting us. If we can relive that thought in our mind, that is really very helpful. So,
Yes, that's a very good point. And when I was doing my engineering and I was reading about vibration, sound, and radio waves and all that kind of stuff, there's waves can negate each other and cancel it out. So that's what you were doing. Um, I was
That's
also
what you
going
taught me.
I was also going to mention that uh, again, yesterday's class was fantastic. So Guru Maharaj had also said that your body is a yantra, a device, and like, you can raise your hand, you can pull your ears like that, and I was just thinking that inside this yantra there is a mind with you, like you pointed out, Kathy Majidi, 24/7 it is with you, producing something and giving you something. So yes, and then also the kind of vibrations that you surround yourself is that, if you encourage gossip, criticism, loose talk, like that, then that's the kind of vibration that you're surrounding yourself with. So you have to be careful about that as well.
But Mataji, sometimes what happens means you need to talk to the people, right? Because they are calling or so how we can avoid that effect? That is also a vibration. So how we can avoid that effect on us?
Yeah, one way is how Kathy Mataji said that she's doing, right? That for every thought or every negative thing that they did, she would chant the Hare Krishna mantra in her head or say something connected to Krishna, so that her mind was fortified by that. And the second thing is that, you'll have to make a judicious choice. Sometimes, people are very close in the family and things like that. So like Vaisheshika Prabhu says, that you make the best use of the phone, the cell phone. Like if in a group and people start criticizing somebody, they usually will start criticizing somebody who's not present. And then you can always say, excuse me, I'm getting a call and I need to leave. It's okay to lie in such situations. Why? Because you're doing it for a higher cause. Bhagavad Gita is all about that, right? It was about doing something even more heinous than lying. It was killing. But Arjuna did it for a higher cause. So if you're doing it for a higher cause, and Krishna knows your intentions, Krishna knows Bhavagrahi Janardhan, he knows what is inside your heart. So he will,
Yes,
he will not
Prabhuji,
count it against you. So you
can I
can
say?
try to chant that, and I'll come to you, Vaishana. And so you have to, if there's something in a WhatsApp group that comes, and fingers will be itching to drop the mala, go answer that on WhatsApp. Don't do that. Switch it off, delay it. Delaying is a very good tactics. Delaying is a very good tactics, and I had talked about in my other lectures about that when you act on something, then there's a process, like that you get some stimulus. Either it is from inside, your mind is telling you, or it is from outside because you saw something. So then it leads to a series of thoughts that the mind will produce. Ultimately, it comes to that. And so between thinking and after thinking, you get a feeling. You feel something, right? And then there is a willing inside you that, I'm going to do this to counteract that or appreciate that or whatever, right? So there's thinking, there's feeling, there's willing, and then there is acting. Right? You have to, really, and all these four things can happen really quickly like that. But we have to be very, very careful and practice, adding a delay between each of these four steps. So when the thought comes, and then you start feeling about it. For example, Vaishana Mataji wanted to speak and I didn't let her speak, right? So a thought,
No, you continue because that thought is going.
I'm just giving an example. So the thought will come into the mind like, I'm not being able to, I'm not allowed to speak, like that. Vaishana doesn't say that, but I'm just saying, right? So the thought has come that I was not allowed to speak. And then the question will be, okay, let me leave the meeting and go. The mind can do that, right? Let me leave and go. But then, still the will is there. I will leave and go. But then did you do the act? Did you really leave? Or did you, sit back and think like, why am I not allowed? And, do that. So in every situation that is there in a life, we have to try to, introduce a gap between these four stages and cut off going to the next stage if it is a wrong thing. And that is where intelligence comes into picture, because intelligence, two things. Intelligence has got the capability to discriminate between right and wrong. and intelligence is superior than the mind, right? Bhagavad Gita tells you that. It's the second chapter, we'll come to that. So it's higher than the mind. So even if the mind has produced some kind of a thought, intelligence can discriminate. And then it's the soul's choice whether you're willing to take the wrong action or you're not willing to take the wrong action, like that. The sooner in the cycle that you cut it, the easier it is for you. The later you cut it in the cycle, it's very difficult. When you're about to just get up and leave, or you're already pressing that, disconnect button, it's too late, like that. And talking about too late, it is 7:18 right now, but we will hear what Bharshana Mataji had to say.
We were talking about the higher cause, so I was just thinking of Srila Prabhupada, that he left his family for the cause of the bigger family. That is
Yes.
Hare Krishna,
Yes.
International
Exactly.
Society of Krishna Consciousness.
Exactly. Yes, very right. And I think, this verse has got a little bit more. There's a little bit more in it than what we have discussed. And that is what Bhagavad Gita is. Like, it'll give you infinite, it's unfathomable sea from which you can keep on diving deep. And it is said that those who dive deep into the sea are the ones who will get the pearls, right? You don't get the pearls on the surface of the sea. So you really have to dive deep. So Bhagavad Gita is a sea, is an ocean. And so the deeper that you dive in, you'll really get the gems that you'll be able to apply in your life. Okay? So please continue reading. And for those of you who are joining us on Facebook and those of you who are here in front of me, thank you so much for joining today.
Mataji, what were you saying? There is something more here. Can you kindly point out?
I will point out tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow's class we'll continue with this verse. We'll talk more about it because I'm just cognizant of the time. Yeah. Because Neeral will miss all this, right? Yeah. If I talk.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Namo Namaha.
Hari Hari.
Thank you,
Hari
Mataji, for
Hari
this
Bol.
wonderful
Thank you, Mataji.
start. So today is my birthday, so I really...
Oh my goodness. We have to hear him sing.
So I feel so happy to start with positive vibrations. And also I'm starting with my new job today. So,
are you on your birthday?
Wow!
Yes.
So
all glories to all the Vaishnavas who made me, who blessed me, and I seek more blessings so that I can continue my devotional service and be more humble and learn and implement what we are discussing today. So
yes, Mataji.
Already implementing. We will sing the song. Vanchakal Patarubhyas Pasi
Patitayam Payo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
thank you so much.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
I'm just so happy, and then thank you.
All the best, Mataji. God bless you.
So much.
Yeah,
Thank
there
you
you
so
go.
much, Mataji.
Getting the blessings of the Vaishnavas. Awesome. Okay, so
Thank you, Shraddha Mataji.
for me to do.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I will stop the live broadcast also here. Vanchikalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Gaur Premanande Hari
Hari Hari Bol.
Kyati Mataji ki Jai.
Mataji ki jai.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, Mataji, for leading us in this. So
No, this is awesome. It was your idea, and I had stalled
no,
it.
Mataji, it was Krishna's idea. There is no way it is my idea.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything.
Amazing. Okay, good. So I will get going, and I think Sutama Mataji, will you call me?
Means yes, Mataji, I'm going to call you.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes.
Those of you who are on the call, others, yeah. Hare Krishna. Enjoy. Have a nice day. Be good. Watch out for the Dronacharyas and the Kripacharyas and,
Yes.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining the call.
Thank you